Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DoubleO on the Low. Today we have a very special guest, but first, of course, we have a word from our sponsor, our co-host today, my little sister and her friends. Welcome to the show. Hello, Amy and Alice, how are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, get the merch, DoubleO productions.net. I built the website, I built the store. Please go and check out if you want, you know?
Woo!
We have so many good designs. Amy, also you can have this, by the way.
Can I?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to tell you off camera, so you can have that.
I'm gonna sleep in this. Fire.
Hell yeah. Thank you so
Literal
much.
Fire.
Now, for our real guest today, this is very special because finally I'm not interviewing a band. You know, these are my favorite kind of interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, let me grab my pen because today we have Gigs of Glen. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How does it feel being on this side?
I know it's weird. The interviewer gets interviewed.
Well, these are my favorite interviews because I can ask different questions that isn't just how did you start playing instruments and stuff.
Exactly.
Hopefully today I will get better at interviewing from this because I'll get some advice.
No, you're pretty good yourself already.
Oh, thank you very much.
Good setup. It's looking good.
How would you kind of describe what you do?
How would I describe what I do? I do lots of things. I make videos about music. I interview bands and like fans of music.
Yeah.
I try and bring new music to people who wouldn't know about that type of music, like underrated sort of people.
Yeah.
I just try and expose people to more and listen to fans' point of views and hear bands' point of views as well and share them.
And when you're kind of going about, you know, because I've seen you give recommendations for new artists coming up, rising in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of go about finding these new artists?
It's kind of how I listen to it be honest. Like it kind of started just discovering about the Glasgow music scene, and I think I kind of saw who they recommended. I just kind of went from there, and going to the shows, you kind of get, if you go for the support act, you should always see the support act. I think.
Yeah,
don't skip the support band. Don't skip the support band.
Don't skip a support band.
Yeah, don't. And if you turn up for the support act, you get exposed to new music as well through them. Quite a lot of the time, I can become a fan of someone who I'm not usually a fan of just from a support act. So I would say I get exposed to a lot of music through support as well. So.
Yeah. And your kind of journey into interviewing bands at gigs and fans and your whole Instagram page stuff, how did you kind of start going about that?
It's a bit of a funny one. So me and Chloe, my girlfriend and camerawoman, backstage here, we went to Tenement Trail last year just as fans. We saw the lineup and all that. We like these people, we like the headliner, we'll go and see it. And we went along for the day and we planned it out and everything. And I used to do another YouTube channel. It was a bit more lifestyle-y, a bit like yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, back in the day. So I vlogged Tenement Trail and I brought a wee mini microphone with me. It was a wired one at the time. It was £20 off Amazon. And I said to Chloe, "Oh, I'm gonna vlog it, and I'll try and interview bands, and we'll see who we can get." And I got there and we watched the first set in St Luke's. And do you know Wee Div?
I do not know.
You don't know Wee Div. So he's basically just a guy. He's in a band called Count the Days. He fronts that. And he's at every gig ever. He's just known within the Glasgow music scene. He's just everywhere. And he was standing in front of us, and I said to Chloe, I was like, "There's Wee Div. we should interview him as a fan, or about his band, or both." And then she was like, "Yeah, do it." And I was like, "No, I'm too shy." Eventually, she convinced me to go. I went up and spoke to him, and I kind of just went from there, interviewing him and his bandmates. And every set we kind of went to, because it's smaller venues, the band kind of came into the crowd and mingled a wee bit afterwards. And somehow I ended up backstage in the Barland Ballroom interviewing the headliner, and it was Declan Welsh that year, and I had a good chat with him for about 5 minutes with my wee mic, just back and forth. That's my profile picture still to this day.
So I was looking at your Instagram.
We literally just kind of finessed that. He walked by us and I was like, "Declan, I'm making a video, do you want to be in it?" And we interviewed, and he was like, "Yeah, let's go." Led me backstage, happened from there. On that day I just kind of found out that I really loved it, and it moved from there. I posted that, it did well, and
here we are.
And I'm on the DoubleO on the Low show.
Oh my god.
My career's been made. This is it. This is the moment.
Let me tell you, it's definitely not. You have even brighter things in the future, I reckon.
Who knows? I'm pretty happy with this.
Damn, that's a really kind of cool origin story for how you kind of get started.
Yeah.
How did you kind of start your work with B12?
So, I have a friend who sort of manages some of the gigs at B12 called Adam. Shout out Adam. So Adam also watched the Tenement Trail video and thought it was pretty cool, because it is, of course. No, I'm kidding. But
Linked in the description below. Specifically.
specifically, thank you.
Yeah.
But he watched it and works for B12 and said to Gareth, who's the owner of B12, look at this video. We could use sort of promo stuff like this for our events, interviews with bands, fans, footage of the show. So Gareth watched it and then he emailed me and then he phoned me and then it went from there. I just kind of ended up working with B12, so now I'm partnered with B12 and they're great guys. Shout out to B12 Entertainment as well. I'm just giving lots of shout outs today. But yeah, B12 are great. What they do is fantastic. It's like the grassroots of the grassroots scene, putting people who've never played a show in their life on for the first time.
Yeah.
And they work with some fantastic bands and they build people up and they build their platform. So B12 are very important, but that's how he fit me through the Tenement Trail video as well. So it's
B12 is also kind of like giving other promoters inspiration to also kind of do similar things, and it's been really great for the scene. So
it has been. They've got a lot of different like series and they put a lot of variety into the show. It's not just like one sort of genre. They have like pop, acoustic, metal, indie rock. Like there's such a variety. So it's pretty cool.
yeah, and they got some great venues as well.
They do. Classic Grand's a classic. Where else they work at Audio quite a lot. And then they do Poetry Club as well, which I went there for the first time through B12 and I really enjoyed that venue.
So would you kind of say Declan Welsh was maybe your coolest experience interviewing, or do you have any other like great highlights like that?
He was definitely really cool. Very cool to speak to him. He's a pretty insightful guy. He's got lots to say, so that was good for a first interview and I was really nervous. Like I was nervous at the time. I was kind of like blushing in the video and everything, like I didn't know what to do. So he was cool, yeah, but he kind of like started me, I guess, and gave me that boost to go. So I've had a lot of cool experiences from there. I've worked with the Amazons, that was mad. So
oh yeah.
they're alternative rock. They played in the Hydro supporting Royal Blood. They're coming back this November, so it'll be at that show. They're great. And then working with them led me on to work at Transmit this year.
I saw you interviewed some crazy big names.
Yeah,
Like, not to be like superficial with like how big people are or whatever, but just really cool people.
Yeah,
in
they've
general.
got very cool people. We've got 17 interviews this year, and
Nice.
it was a busy weekend with trying to interview people and catch like sets.
Yeah,
If you get what I mean. So it was pretty hectic, but it was well worth it. Yeah, we did some cool people there. We did the Royston Club, one of our favourite bands, me and Chloe. Chief cameraman, of course, Chloe she gets to meet them all as well. So the Royston Club are cool. The K's, basically just like some cool indie bands. Velour, I really like Velour. I did them at Tenement Trail. I was Connor there, and then we met two other guys at Transmit this year. Ended up meeting Green chatting with Fontaine's DC backstage at Transmit. So like the lead singer from Fontaine's.
Yeah.
Met him, didn't interview him because he said he'd done a lot of interviews, which is understandable. He wanted some time, so that fair enough. But we chatted off camera, spoke about like Wonder Horse and Bashed and Irish music scene, how it's thriving, and then him playing later on. Got a wee photo with him, that was cool. He was a nice guy, so had some cool experiences so far.
Awesome, man.
Yes, it is awesome.
For some reason I put down in my questions, do you get into gigs for free? You know, but obviously you do, right?
Yeah, so, well, as well as in the interviews, I work for a music magazine company, they're called Is This Music?
Oh yeah, I saw it in your bio.
So I do written reviews for them. They're the people who got me into Transmit.
Okay, nice.
So like I couldn't have done it without them basically. Yeah, I get into some of them for free, but I also do pay for some of them too. So it's a bit of a mix, but it's good, it's fresh.
Do you know what I want to see at Transmit next year?
What do you want to see?
A Gigs with Glenn booth. I think you should get a booth next year.
That'd be cool.
For like your fan interviews and whatnot.
Exactly,
like,
they can come to me.
Yeah,
Instead
exactly.
of me struggling trying to be like, do you want an interview?
Yeah. Have you had
And
any
they
like crazy experience like interviewing those fans? Like outside the Hydro or
Yeah,
Transmit?
we've had a few. There's been some crazy people at the Hydro. We've heard Tyler the Creator. There's a guy that got crowd surfed during the gig with like a Kanye like mask on, and he was getting crowd surfed. And then we met him outside, and he's like, I want in. He did actually end up making his way into the video, but it was just kind of funny to see him. We were in the crowd going, Kanye's getting crowd surfed, and then outside, you know,
You just see him.
we see Kanye asking for an interview. So that was funny. Yeah, there's always some cool experiences, shall we say, outside gigs with fans. You never know what to expect, but all of them are all chill. They're all nice guys. So.
Do you ever get recognised? Like, yeah.
Yeah, particularly
That's
like
cool.
the indie sort of gigs, like the Transmit Saturday. People were asking for photos with me, and I was like, what is this? It was so strange, but it's always nice, and people people always say nice things to me, and like they're very supportive, which is lovely. But a couple of people have said, like, I was bashed at King Tut's in the toilet, and I was washing my hands, and some guy's like, "You make TikToks." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it's like,
so like it's just nice to chat to people off camera as well, and speak to the fans that are like following the journey as well, because they're just as important. Like, they're helping with the whole thing. I couldn't do it without them. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So like, it's a platform, and they're part of it.
And talking about, you know, having support from fans, do you also have a team? How do you kind of run your Instagram and TikTok and stuff? Is it just you and Chloe? Or?
Well, yeah, but I think it's just me and Chloe. Chloe comes to this, like 99% of the things, like interviews that I'm doing with bands or anything like that, and records. We've got wee gimbal sort of thing. Nothing as fancy as this. We've got.
This is hardly fancy.
Come on, 2 studio lights. We've got the Yeti mic here. You've got a ring light there. This is fancy. But we've got no ring lights. We've got a gimbal with a wee tripod and a couple of sets of microphones. And so Chloe is chief cameraman. She gets a soda on by the end, standing like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, she does that, and I also do the talking, and then go home and I just edit and post away.
Editing your videos, how long does that normally take?
Well, it depends. The transmit ones have been quite good to edit. They've not needed much sort of changing or anything like that. So say the video's like 8 minutes, it maybe takes me like 20 to edit, which is really reasonable.
That's really good.
And I've got a busy upload schedule. I've got a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 upload schedule just now. Although when this is out, they should all be done, all 17. I think we're on tomorrow is episode 8 of 17.
Yeah.
So it's good that it's not taking me as long when I'm having to upload them, but
transmit is still fresh in people's minds by the time you upload them. So
exactly, it's good. It's good. Sometimes editing can take a while. Sometimes it can be tedious, but it's worth it in the end when you get a cool end result. What about the same for you? Is that I'm going to interview the interviewer now?
Oh, my videos like DoubleO, like my late night show.
Yeah.
That takes like 3 hours, I think.
Okay.
Because that's like I record half an hour, and then there's a lot of editing in that. But these interviews, like, they take like 5 to do, because it's like an hour of footage or whatever. And then it's getting it down to tight 25, and then like getting, it's normally just like getting media and stuff from the bands takes a while as well.
True.
And stuff like that.
True. Well, the fans better be appreciative of the double, so double on the low.
And it's, to be honest, it's just all me editing that and stuff. And a lot of people don't know how long it takes to like edit 25-minute video. Or,
I know, it's true,
so
but some people just haven't like ever been into that field before and don't know it, but it is a while.
Yeah. Talking about that field, what kind of are your plans for the future of your content? Do you plan to have a podcast or anything?
I don't have a podcast, and someone did email me saying they think a podcast would be a good idea, and I think it is a good idea, but it's just not something that I would do just now. I think I like the interviews at the gigs and the shows, and the fan interviews. I think they work well, and you kind of get like a taste of what you get in a podcast with the interviews. Podcast is a good idea though. It's maybe something I could consider like in the future once it's like more developed. Nothing is like scheduled to interview just now, but we'll see where the future takes us. That's the thing.
We'll just write out the transmit videos right now.
Exactly. I'm so busy then.
Yeah.
I've got one recorded that's not transmit. They're from Glasgow, Hazy Sundays.
Oh yeah, I've definitely heard of them.
Yeah, they headlined Nice and Sleazy's for their album release, so I headed along to that. Interviewed them there, so that'll be the next one after the transmit videos are done.
Yes.
That'll be a wee, give it like a wee bit, like a month or something like that, and then that'll be out.
Yeah, you got a lot of good stock, you know.
I certainly do. Yeah. Phone storage is taken up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, mine as well. It's just so.
It's just DoubleO videos.
Yeah, so much.
Quality content though.
Well, I try my best. Now, you asked this question to a lot of bands, but no one's ever asked you this. Okay. So what is the Gigs of Glen go-to meal deal?
Right. Well, it can change. It can change. I usually go between a chicken and bacon sandwich or a BLT. And then drinks wise, it can change all the time. I like a Lipton peach iced tea. I like Dr Pepper, Fanta fruit twist.
Oh hell yeah, Fanta fruit twist. No.
It's good. Cherry Pepsi Max as well. I like that. Chocolate bar. Recently, I've been going for a chocolate Yorkie. Like Yorkies are good, by the way.
Yeah.
So don't whack it to try it, but
I feel like Yorkie is like I gotta be in the right feeling for one, you know, because they have a certain chocolatey taste. So it's just
That's true. It's true. Well, I wouldn't usually have had that. I don't know what I've had before, but a Yorkie is what I've been going to recently, and it's been hitting spots. So That's the gigs with Glenn. Go to a meal deal. There you go.
From a meal deal, as long as it hits the spot, that's all you really ask
Exactly.
for. Really.
Exactly. That's what you're asking for. A quick bite to eat meal deal. That's good.
Done. Nice.
Easy. I like the poster behind you, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, this puts people at ease. Regular show, because
Yeah.
a lot of bands, everyone likes regular show. You know?
Exactly.
So they say that, and it's like, this is the vibe.
Yeah. They can calm down.
Yeah, because like, yeah, especially this new season when I'm meeting people for the first time.
Yeah, I know. I get you.
Have you had any like awkward interactions with meeting someone for the first time?
Any awkward
Like-
interactions? Meeting someone?
Yeah.
Like interviewing them?
Well, I'll give you an example. So I recently interviewed Rufus K Stone,
Yeah.
and I went to their gig like the day before I interviewed them,
Oh.
and I never met them before. But I went up to them as they were moving equipment. I was like, "Hi, I'm Owen," and they were like, "What?" And I was like, "I'm interviewing you soon. Just wanted to say hi," and
Yeah.
I ran away.
Oh god.
Yeah.
And now they've been on the show.
Yeah, we're like friends now. So
Good.
Yeah.
Have I had any awkward interactions? I'm trying to think. I'm not going to talk about it on here.
Okay.
You
fair
can, you can cut this bit out and I'll just tell you.
There's no easy way to transition this, but you know, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm like constantly checking my screens and stuff. Do you like have any technical difficulties in your interviews, and how do you get over them?
Yeah, we've had a couple. There's been interviews we've had to like discard. One of the
Yeah.
transmit ones which I'm absolutely gutted about. It's not looking like it's going to be able to come out.
Is it the audio or is it? Yeah, it's all audio.
With the Lathams. Do you know the Lathams?
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Interviewed the Lathams, we were so excited. Well, it was a short one. It was what's called a media scrum at Transmit, so it was like every sort of media. We're in the media tent.
Oh
also
yeah.
working at Transmit.
You got the media badge and stuff.
Yeah, it's like you had like a stick stuck to your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So we were in the media tent, and everyone else who wanted to interview the Lathams had to come down at a certain time to an area of the media, and sort of pen, and the Lathams were there, and you either like did like a press conference where you were like, "DoubleO,
Yeah.
what do you wanna ask?"
Kiss with Glenn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you shouted your question and they answered it, or you could get like a limited amount of time or questions each.
Mhm.
So we ended up doing a limited amount of time or questions each. So I think we had like 3 questions up to 4 minutes with them. So I had
Yeah,
like,
that's way more your style.
yeah, exactly. It made so much more sense, and I could be in it with them as well instead of shouting from the crowd.
Yeah.
So did the interview with them. They were lovely guys. Had a lot to say for a short space of time. It was great talking about like Glasgow crowds and Wigan crowds and how many times they performed at Transmit and their new album. And he was wearing a cowboy hat. Speaking about that, it was sick.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Oh, that was so good. Let's watch it back." And they played it, and the audio was like non-existent. It was on the new mic as well. We forgot to turn it on.
Yeah. Especially when you're switching equipment and stuff.
Yeah. The thing was, it was so sunny and so hot at Transmit. Maybe I'm making excuses now. Maybe the temperature played with my head a wee bit
Mm-hmm.
and made me not think. Or maybe I thought I turned it on, and like on the road mics they've got lights on them
Yeah.
to see what they're on. Maybe I was like, "Oh yeah, it's on," and it's not on.
You saw like the reflection of this. Yeah.
Exactly. Recorded it, and it's going nowhere. But we got a photo with them, and we
Mhm.
met them
Especially when when they sort you're just a little time, like you gotta be like
on the ball.
on the ball so quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it was a shame that one's been cut. We used to have issues with the old mics as well. I used to use the brand called Boya. I'd never heard of them.
Are they just low?
Wee
Yeah.
mini mics. Yeah, it came like a wee square box,
Mm-hmm.
4 mics, and a USB-C transmitter. So I just used my phone to record,
Yeah.
and I just put it on like 4K. And they were good for their purpose in the house. When I first tested them, and I was like speaking into them in like different rooms with different people, were like, these are great. And
Mm-hmm.
did my first interview with them, and they were like crackling and popping under pressure. If someone goes ha ha ha, it goes like
Yeah.
it was just not working. So for Transmit we made the upgrade, and I cannot complain about Rhodes. So that's the new setup. But I've had my issues in my time.
Mm-hmm.
So
I tried a clip-on
Yeah.
like once
Yeah.
for these, and I was just recording them into like the same place as my laptop. The whole mic was just like scruffed because I move it a lot. I
Yeah,
move around
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot, so it was just like shh like that the whole
it made
time.
a lot of noise. And
Yeah.
obviously you always wear a tie.
Yeah, as
in the
well.
video,
So
so it's probably whacking off it.
yeah,
Shame. The tie, it's a smart move.
thank you.
I
Thank you.
respect it. I respect it.
It kind of just the reason I do this is so I can have like some separation from the artist,
Mhm.
not to like establish my dominance or anything, just so there's like a
I'm feeling that. I'm feeling
yeah. No. My favorite interviews personally are like when I don't talk at all
it. Okay.
and the band talks.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
kind of feel? What's your favorite kind of interviews?
That's a good question. That is a good question actually. Like I like a mix.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously it's about the band, But I like when I get along with the band so well, we can just
Actually have a conversation.
exactly. It's not an interview; it's floating off each other.
Mhm.
I found I was like that with the K's. I'm excited to release that interview because, like, we were just bouncing off each other. And we were just like non-stop laughing with each other. It's like it's good when we have a conversation. Alex Spencer, I just released that this morning.
Yeah, I
actually.
saw that. I saw
Yeah.
that.
So that was this morning, and he was a good laugh too. And it
Yeah,
was
he
just,
seems so chill.
he's so
Yeah.
chill. He's so chill. He's 18.
And he's doing so well as well.
He's doing brilliant.
Yeah.
But he was lovely and he's so genuine. It was like having a conversation back and forth. So I like the sort of interviews that are casual and
Mhm.
the band's like down to earth and chat away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I have had some interviews where I say I like it when I don't talk, but it's like it takes me like 25 minutes to get to like 2 questions. And I'm
Yeah,
like, oh god,
Wrap
I've
this
got
up, come on.
I've got like nothing here to like cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like when I interview and when I edit, it's like my questions are the things that like that's the hook to the next segment, you know.
Mhm.
So you kind of you need that back and forth in the interview.
Exactly. You do.
Yeah.
It's like a chat.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say you like to talk? Obviously, being an interviewer. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Next segment.
we're getting a yes.
I do, but I have my late night show, which is like a full-on 10-minute yap from me,
Yeah.
non-stop. So these are kind of nice. And this is a nice interview because like we're just
We're
talking.
just talking. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Interviewer to interviewer.
Yeah. We relate on so many things.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
do. We do.
Yeah.
We do. Music.
Music, man.
Interviews.
It's
Like
just-
films.
I do like films. Yeah.
I'm a big film guy, so.
Films with Glenn. Is that
Films
the
with
next
Glenn.
Instagram?
Well, I used to have a TikTok called Glenn Films, so you've sussed me out already.
Yeah. When you watch other people interview artists, do you like think about like how the interviewer's thinking at all? So do you have any inspirations?
Inspirational interviews I do,
Yeah.
yeah. I follow a lot of people. There's a girl on TikTok and YouTube. She worked with Wonder Horse, so
Mm-hmm.
that's a pretty flashy move. That's like a dream interview for me.
Mm-hmm. I saw you interviewed their fans outside. Yeah.
Did
so
yeah, I did.
you're working your way there, bro.
Exactly.
Like,
They
yeah.
hopefully they saw the fan and went like that. We need a piece of this pie. We'll take it next. But yeah, I think her. I could be pronouncing this wrong, but I think it's Romy Ellis Doyle.
Mhm.
So she was at, I could be so wrong, but like Truck Festival last year. It's an English festival,
Yeah. Mhm.
and she was at it working. So she's good. DoubleO on the low. He's not bad.
I'm not
He's
inspiration.
okay.
Definitely not. Definitely.
Hit or miss.
Yeah, definitely. That's true.
I'm playing. There's a lot of people that are like under pressure. It's kind of weird to name people.
Mm.
Not weird, but it's harder.
You know one of my favorites.
Who?
Cumbernauld legend Craig Ferguson. He was the host of the late night show, the Late Late Show, like in America.
Who was Craig Ferguson?
Yeah,
Hosted the American
Yeah.
Late Show.
yeah. He was a great late night host in America for a very long. James Corden took over after him.
Right, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had this like robot that he used to talk to, and then he'd interview like people. He
Damn.
had a great show, but
I don't know who he is. I'll check him out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else I like. I think there's a guy I follow on TikTok called Will Gamble. He's worked with a lot of big people like Inhaler and stuff like that. The Rock Revival. Do you know them?
no, I don't.
So they're sort of like not faceless because I know the guy. I follow him on Instagram that actually runs it. But we follow each other on TikTok. And they made this video with the Royston Club last year at a festival. And it was like a sunset in the background and it was all tents. They were in a camping site and the Royston Club was in like an acoustic set. And it was so good. And so they do like, I guess it's interviews. They just work closely with bands doing sort of like
Live sets and stuff like
live sets.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they're cool and they have like a pop-up at Reading Leeds this year. So
Mhm.
it's like a sort of takeover, and they did a takeover at Liverpool Sound City Festival. So they had on Keo, Bashed, Imogen and the Knife, who's cool, and there was one more person because the stage was so good and I was like, that's mad. It was 4 people they had on it, I'm sure. But yeah, the Rock Revival, they're cool.
What do you take from these people? How the Rock Revival say?
It's a good question as well. Like names,
Mm-hmm.
like bands. Like
Oh, right, yeah.
I heard about Bashed through the
Mm.
Rock Revival. Inspiration from questions of these people as well as like the way they interact with people. Like I like it when it's light-hearted.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
definitely. Mm-hmm.
Do myself. Like I try and make it as easy going and as fun to watch as possible. Because who wants to watch it if it's boring? You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So
do you
yeah.
do a lot of research as well? Because that's what I kind of take from how much research people dive into so they can pull up like old references.
Exactly. Nardwar. Someone called
Nardwar,
me
yeah.
someone called me the Scottish Nardwar the other day.
That's such a compliment.
I was
That's
like,
so
what?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is the fattest compliment I've ever received. The Scottish Nardwar.
You've gone to Edinburgh before for gigs and like Sneaky Pete's and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you plan to expand down to England at all, or
I mean,
primarily stay in the scene?
that's a good question as well. You've got a lot of good questions. Well
Thank you.
prepared.
Thanks. I'll try my best.
Well, someone did email me this week saying, am I coming to Kendall Calling Festival to do interviews?
Mm.
They wanted to do an interview. And I said no. But I was like, that'd be so cool if I was. As much as I love the Glasgow music scene, and I would always live in Glasgow, the music scene is just thriving here.
Yeah.
But if I could like work elsewhere, like occasionally at a festival in England or a show in England that's big or whatever, I don't see if I could get there and back, fine, and like it wasn't costing me an arm and a leg and a kidney, then
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Exactly.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool. I would love to go to like Reading and Leeds and do what I did at Transmit. That'd be great. Work with some cool people there, I can imagine. So, I mean, I'd say primarily for now I'm going to stay in Glasgow and be Glasgow sort of Edinburgh at a push based. But yeah, if I could move down to England for a couple of interviews with some cool people, I'd enjoy that a lot.
That'd be a fun development.
It would be a fun development, exactly.
Yeah.
Reading and Leeds, get me on board. Get me on board.
Give him a booth, okay? Do what Transmit didn't.
Yeah, Transmit missed out. So
Next year.
fingers crossed. We'll keep
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
And maybe I'll go to Transmit next year.
You should, yeah. Come along.
Yeah.
What about a double O on the low?
X gigs with Glenn
Booth. Yes.
Yo.
Yes. Let's do it.
This is the start of it. This is the start
Let's
right
do it.
here.
We're building it now.
Yeah.
What
definitely.
colour would it be?
What is your kind of main? Your profile is like orange in the background.
It is.
So that's what I associate with you. But what is
Really?
your? Well, it's just your profile pic. So that's
I know. That's the thing because it's like backstage in the Barlands. That's kind of like the colour that it is.
yeah.
My favourite colour is purple.
I was.
Barn and the Dinosaur. That's what I sound like.
Mine's like kind of dark blue navy. So
Okay. We could put the two of them together.
those go well.
They do go well, and we could put our names on it
Yeah.
with a big X in the middle.
We could sell merch. We could
Just like the merch you've got today.
exactly. But I'll give you 50% of the profits.
Yes. I thought you were going to say 50% off double on the low merch, and I was getting excited for a minute.
Oh, definitely. Oh, sorry.
Like, profit, sure, but merch, that's double low merch is what I need. If I was going to get merch, I need to make a logo first, and then I'd change my profile picture and everything. So,
Yeah.
something to think about though. I was thinking, you don't need to put this in, it's kind of boring, but like I was thinking about changing my sort of profile picture to like, if it was like a logo or something, it'd be more like reputable. What was that the word?
I think yeah. It can be
Reliable.
more professional.
Exactly. So,
Mhm.
and it means I can like work with anyone. It's not reflected on my page, but
Yeah, it's definitely good for building a brand. you know.
exactly brand building.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So yeah, it's something I'd think about changing. So maybe if I change my profile picture, brand, logo, and then I make merch. That's
Yeah.
something to think about.
I just kind of drew my signature and then
It looks cool.
big O. I literally just designed it in paint. Like,
Really?
yeah, I drew my signature and I wrote over it in paint,
Right.
and then I just stuck it on a hat. Building your brands is probably the most, especially because like, well, both our kind of shows are so like young right now, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Going places though.
Definitely.
Double is going places.
Season 2 is gonna be crazy.
Who knows what season 3 is gonna hold? I know season 2 is just.
Bro, I don't-
awesome.
But I think my show is just gonna stop one day. Though. Like,
What do you mean?
I don't know.
It's only gonna stop if you stop it.
That's true, but it's
Don't
just
stop
like
it.
I always joke around like I'm running out of bands, but at the same time I'm not because like bands are there's so many bands. Like,
Look, if you need a band, gigs with Glenn's, where's to go? Check his
Yeah.
page.
recommendations.
Yeah, he'll give you recommendations.
But there's so many bands in Glasgow. I don't know how people keep up with them. Like I see, yeah, man, it's so much. Man.
There's so many, so
And
many.
there's only so many questions I can ask. I feel like before it's the same every time.
Yeah, I know, that's kind of what I'm getting to as well. You need to go Nardwar mode.
Yeah, just like pull out random
Deep
stuff.
dive.
Yeah.
Go through like their personal Instagram, go back to like 2016.
The personal, yeah, when they were in school.
Yeah,
like,
where were you
really
on this
primary
day?
school, just like.
Why are you in a field?
How do you keep your interviews fresh?
How do I
especially?
keep them fresh?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you saying that they feel fresh because I just ask the same questions every time.
Mhm.
Like, see the fan interviews,
Yeah.
particularly, they're always consistently.
What's your favorite song?
Exactly.
So,
You know it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's your favourite song? Would you see them again?
Yeah.
That's my 2 questions. And then if you get anything else on top of that, you're lucky. Like, everyone could answer the same or they can answer differently. Like, do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
at Transmit, I was like, who are you most excited to see? because there's loads of names on it, and it's such a variety this year, especially. Like, it was so random that
Yeah.
there was a lot of different people saying different things. So it probably feels fresh because you're hearing different answers, but in reality, with the fan interviews are just the same questions. And then in terms of bands, look at like the experiences that they've had and places they've been, shows they've played, and see what I can take from that. Obviously the classic meal deal question's got to come up every time.
Yeah.
That's a staple.
But that's like unique every time as well.
Exactly, because everyone's got a different thing. Some people, the Rooks from Glasgow, they were saying water in their meal deal, and I was like, what's that about?
I mean, it's a meal deal, you know, you have the chance to get a discounted drink. You
Exactly, and they're buying bottles of water.
know? Yeah.
Well, each their own.
Yeah. But they're doing quite well, so maybe it's working for them.
Maybe it is. Maybe
That
it is.
extra hydration. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's keeping them on the right track.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are doing well. Well done to them.
That's been all my questions.
Did I yap or what? Jeez, oh.
I think we both were yapping like the whole time. That was great though. That was like,
Oh, thank you. You're gonna need to cut bits of that out. Like, this is rubbish. This is rubbish.
oh yeah, there's some bits we have to cut out.
True.
Some band names bleeds out. But
Exactly.
like, I'll send you it beforehand.
Thank you.
So.
Appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, thank you so much for watching this interview. Please check out Gigs with Glenn. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Gigs with Glenn, with 2 N's, Glenn with the double N.
Glenn with the double N.
Double N.
How did we not mention that in the whole?
That's insane, actually.
That should be our stall name. Yeah. Double no.
Double no.
What are we doing? Yeah, it's all links down below in the description.
Thank
you
you.
can find them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.